Reconciliation to me is action, not statements. We have nothing to reconcile for. We were the victims. Reconciliation has to be a demonstration of a willingness to change. That's what reconciliation is. Correct some of the wrongs, correct some of the injustice, have dialogue with us about how we can move forward collectively, not in confrontation, to correct some of the injustices. We can forgive, but it's hard to forget. I probably have more of an emotion over what's happening, giving the consideration that I'm one of the founders of this movement in 1972, when none of these things was even imaginable, not only possible. So, we've come a long way. We've come from, a denial, being penciled out of Confederation in 1949, when the position was that there are no Aboriginal people in Newfoundland and Labrador. We've gone past that now to where there's a Department of Aboriginal Affairs within the provincial government of Newfoundland with an Aboriginal minister. We've gone to a position whereby the universities have recognized. I'm ecstatic about that, but I do have a concern. And my concern is that without a curriculum in the educational system, 2 generations from now, this may become a flash in the pan, and it may not be happening anymore. So what we need is a curriculum in the school that talks about reconciliation. It talks about residential school. It talks about the injustice that was inflicted upon Aboriginal people by colonialism. It talks about all of these things, and by doing that, what it happens is it empowers our young people. So while we have the microphone, we need to be preaching loud and clear and we need to prepare many of those young people and give them not only the empowerment, but the realization that you don't have to come from wealth, you don't have to come from power to be able to do things. I'm a 14-year-old grade 7 dropout, high school. Went to work with my dad cutting pulpwood when I was 2 months after my 14th birthday, and got involved in the Aboriginal movement in 1970. And from then until now, my contribution may not have been the greatest, but it was a contribution that led to the rewriting of the history of Aboriginal people here in Newfoundland. There's no doubt in my mind that we've reached the heart and soul of many Canadians, and there is not necessarily I wouldn't want to call it a sympathy, but I think that there is a recognition that there's been a grave injustice done to Aboriginal people in this country. And I believe that the majority of Canadians now who've just experienced what have been experienced because of the uncovering of those graves are ready to address reconciliation. The thing about it is that if actions don't take place in the immediate, give another 3 to 5 years, and that again will be forgotten, because there has been attempts already to kind of downplay and to the naysayers, and the naysayers might be a minority, but if we as Aboriginal people and those non-Aboriginal people who are concerned about these actions that happened, if we don't keep the dialogue going and talk about these issues and talk about how we can reconcile over these issues, then it becomes lost. And once it becomes lost, then the next generation will have no knowledge of it whatsoever. My name is Calvin White. I'm from the community of Flat Bay, Mi'kmaq community of Flat Bay. That's in the Bay St. George area. We're about 30 miles away from Stephenville, an hour from Conne River.